I do know one thing. They want to communicate with the executive team, and that's what I give them. I give them access to actually, on a platform of Twitter and Instagram, to actually directly be able to ask me questions and talk to me. And it's refreshing. I mean, they're used to CEOs that sit behind a desk and they'll never talk.
Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So in this video, I'm playing a clip from CNBC who recently spoke to Nikola Motors founder and current executive chairman Trevor Milton, following up after their first ever quarterly earnings call as a publicly traded company in which they revealed approximately nothing about anything. So let's see if Trevor can clear up a few things, because I tell you what, that earnings call was a complete and utter waste of time. No information, no numbers, nothing of any substance whatsoever. Let's see what Trevor had to say. Hey guys, if you'd like to help out the channel and get up to 2 free stocks, check out the links in the description to WeBull and Stake. Let's get back to it.
Nikola reporting its first earnings as a public company last night with no revenue or physical product to show at this point. Trevor, always good to have you. On the conference call yesterday after you reported earnings, your CEO is not particularly forthcoming, I think, to the frustration of some analysts in terms of hoping for more guidance on some of those milestones out there. So I'll go through them with you and see what you can tell us, if anything. Let's start with the announcement of a significant commercial agreement for Nikola zero emissions. You say it's in the works by the end of 2020. Is it still?
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of really good things going on in the background. The hard part is, with analysts, you really need to manage your expectations. I'm a little bit more of an outspoken, communicative type of executive chairman. Our CEO is and CFO were very, very methodical, and they're all about managing expectations with analysts. So, it's definitely, we have a variety here at Nikola, but it's in the works for sure. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Well, I'm glad to know there's plenty of exciting stuff going on behind the scenes, but I'd love to know about some of it. Wouldn't you?
We are in very, very deep, definitive discussions with OEMs. I had 3 of them on my desk. I had to choose which one we were going to go with. And I think everyone's going to be very, very excited about that. And we'll tell everyone as soon as we can. This is the one that is hard for me because the Badger is so awesome and it's such big news. And what we're doing is so revolutionary, like when it comes to the idea of how big OEMs can work with new upcoming awesome brands. It's kind of like what everyone wished Tesla would have done with an OEM. We have done. So it's going to be very exciting when that news comes out. Unfortunately, I get it. They've handcuffed me,
Yeah, well, I guess so.
What? Raise your hand if you think Tesla should have partnered with existing OEMs instead of vertically integrating everything they possibly can to become more profitable and efficient and scale faster and achieve their mission quicker. Yeah, okay, Trevor, if you say so.
All right, how about the announcement of a hydrogen station collaboration by the end of the year? That's still on track?
It is, yeah. We've given, they wanted to beat expectations, and it was really painful. Look, I know yesterday was tough. I wasn't on the call. I was here in Phoenix, but I let our CEO and CFO, manage the call because that's their job, And I wanted them to feel like they have a voice in the company.
Hey, I've got to hand it to Nikola. This is a brilliant strategic move. Of course, you're going to exceed expectations if you create none by telling us nothing about anything of any substance. Great plan, guys. You're doing well.
You're the cheerleader. You can only cheer so much, but eventually you've got to actually put up some real numbers and milestones, Trevor. I mean, we can bring you on all you want, and you can talk all you want, and it sounds great, but when are we going to start to see something beyond you promising stuff?
We're going to have the first zero-emission truck, coming into production in the world. It's coming out of our factory in Ulm, Germany now. We have 5 of them built. They're going to be testing over the next 4 or 5 months. And we have them in the hands of customers next year and full deliveries at the end of next year. That's ahead of everybody, even our competition. Our factory here in Coolidge, Arizona, we just broke ground. All the tractors, the staff, all the big earth movers, everything else are showing up next week. We'll have that factory done in the next, pretty much in the next 12 months. I told people 12 to 14 months. That'll be up and running. Nikola World, you're going to see the real Badger. It's real, and everyone gets to see that pickup truck at Nikola World, and they get to see it driving.
You guys hear that? It's a real truck. Real truck.
We need until the end of the year. People need to understand that we're not a revenue-generating company yet, but we're coming in like a freight train. I think that's why people are excited to invest, is because it's kind of getting in early on, or way early on Tesla. And if we were building, 1,000 trucks a year, would be $200 or $300 a share. And so, that's you either get in early and you get the benefits of the rockiness, or you don't.
Are you serious? Here's the facts, guys. In 2006, Tesla unveiled the Roadster. In 2008, they began delivering Roadsters to customers. In 2010, 2 years after they began deliveries of their first product, they IPO'd. It wasn't until the end of 2013, almost 6 years after original Roadster deliveries began, and over 3 years since its IPO, that Tesla's valuation reached $15 billion, where Nikola is at today, with no products, no deliveries, and a whole lot of talk. This is not even close. Making claims like this, suggesting that it's getting in early like on the next Tesla, load of horse shit, okay? The company now today is valued at about half of what Tesla was just over 1 year ago.
Trevor, it's Jim Cramer. I've always appreciated your commentary, and if you've got the badger, let me be the honey badger. You got 14,000 reservations, $10 billion order book. How much in deposits have you taken in?
I wish I could comment on that, but it'll actually give away the number of reservations we have.
But is it the possibility that the number of deposits is zero?
No, heavens no. No, we got a lot of deposits.
So some people are depositing, some people aren't depositing. Is it like kind of like a commune?
No, we require deposits on every order we have now. So
well, that would seem to be a disclosable number. As a matter of fact, I think it's a material number that you will have to disclose. If there was an SEC, not just the one that's on CBS, but the actual SEC, I think they'd ask you, what is your number? Because we can't make a judgment.
No, I think that's fair, and I think you're going to see it in our next quarter's earnings. I think you're going to see that divided out.
Bravo to Jim Cramer for asking this important question. Now, Nikola is a publicly traded company. This is something that's worth disclosing to their investors, to their shareholders, because right now they haven't told us anything else about anything else. So hang on, I'm getting a flashback. Didn't Trevor say something about this in June?
We'll be announcing who's going to build the Nikola Badger with us in the next couple months. We'll announce how many reservations we have. We'll announce how many reservations we have. We'll announce how many reservations we have. They open up, this Monday, 11 o'clock Eastern, all the Nikola Badger reservations open up so people can get in line with them.
Keep us informed on how many. Are you going to give us a number on Monday?
Yeah, I don't know about Monday because we'll be getting all that data in, but we'll see. It depends on all the data, but I will be giving out some information coming after that day. I'm just not sure when, because we have to compile all the data.
Oh, silly me. Here I was thinking that back in June when Trevor said we'll announce how many reservations we have for the Badger, I actually thought that by August they would have done so. What an idiot. I'm so dumb. Stupid me. Translation, we'll announce how many reservations we have as long as it's not embarrassingly low, and if that's the case, then that's why I'll say, yeah, at some point we've just got to, we've got to correlate all the data before we can announce that number and use some vague terminology so nobody is expecting it at any specific time. What the fuck, guys? Seriously, this is a problem. This is a huge red flag. Publicly traded company doesn't even mention how many paid reservations they have for their first product they're taking paid reservations for. Major red flag.
When it comes to money, look, we're sitting on $900 million now in cash in our account. We have another $40 million coming in from warrants. Right now, the company's doing very well financially. Like, I know $1 billion doesn't sound like a lot of money in today's age. 5 or 6 years ago, that would have been impressive, It still is. I mean, I'd rather have $1 billion than not have $1 billion, right, Kramer? But it's, let's be honest. But we're going to burn through a lot. Building the factory, we got a burn rate of $200 million a year for 3 years.
Right.
For the factory, we have our.
Anyone want to guess what Jim Cramer was thinking as the camera panned to him while he wasn't expecting it? Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna watch that again. So funny.
Rate of $200 million a year for 3 years.
Right.
For the factory, we have our hiring. We have all of the vehicle programs. We have the launch. And here's one thing that was missed. So yesterday in the earnings, we actually spent $11 million less than was expected. And we even built the Badger in that program that was never disclosed. So to build the Badger and to beat it by 11 million is like a miracle. And the headlines where we missed earnings.
Well, okay, maybe a little bit of a loose definition of built the Badger. My understanding is that they possibly designed a chassis and they made some computer generated images, but let's give Trevor a pass on that one. Something that was missed, or at least not disclosed on the earnings call, was that literally every single dollar of Nikola's Q2 2020 revenue came from a solar installation for, wait for it, drum roll, Trevor Milton, founder, executive chairman, and ex-CEO. I'm actually not making this up, guys.
Once the stock stabilizes here and it starts to do really well, there's a lot of financing options you can do with, we're definitely going to need more money, but we're going to do it at the right time where you can bring in the right money without hurting the without hurting people.
I'm in total agreement with Trevor on this one. You don't really want to be going to market, raising capital at a low valuation and diluting existing shareholders too much. But hey, is it just me, or is it a little bit deluded to think that the valuation of this company is likely to stabilize and then continue to climb when it's already at about $15 billion with nothing to show for it? Zero.
I do know one thing. They want to communicate with the executive team, and that's what I give them. I give them access to actually, on a platform of Twitter and Instagram, to actually directly be able to ask me questions and talk to me. And it's refreshing. I mean, they're used to CEOs that sit behind a desk and they'll never talk. And here I am. Look, even if I get hammered, and I do a lot.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but for those who want a little bit of clarification, yes, my personal Twitter account has been blocked by both Trevor Milton and Nikola, the company. I've never interacted with either of these directly, never tagged Trevor, never tagged the company. Sure, some of my content's gone around Twitter and they've probably been tagged in that, but here's something to remember, guys. It's not what people say, it's what they do. Actions speak louder than words.
The world's changed now, and I have to deal with the Robinhood investors of my generation, and also the institutional investors. And man, it's very few people are ever IPO pre-revenue and dealing with that, along with a nationwide pandemic. So we got a tough thing on our plate. I won't lie, but this year, I can tell you this: the next 4 months are going to be the greatest 4 months in Nikola's history ever. Hands down.
I sure hope the next 4 months are the most exciting in Nikola's history, because there hasn't been a whole lot of history thus far. And by the way, I just want to say to Trevor, Milton, Nikola, etc., I can totally understand it's super tough IPOing without any revenue. There's going to be a ton of scrutiny like this. Got to deal with it. Nothing personal. I just got a lot of questions and zero answers. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, and this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget your free stocks with WeBull and Stake. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.